Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
Thomas Latham here for IFL TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella from the Crown Plaza, Glasgow. Another boxing dinner show. Delighted to be joined by 2-0 Sonny Edwards. How are we doing?
Yeah, really good, thanks. Just come out of my second pro fight against a very tough Fidoe. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Had a good four rounds, thinking rounds. Like, he kept me switched on the whole time. Unfortunately, I had a Spanish opponent pull out literally last minute, only the day before. That my brother boxed in his 8th pro fight over in Berlin, so that would have been a nice little benchmark for me. But like I said, after the fight was made and passed, he pulled out. So Fidoe stepped in very last minute, and John Pegg, which dug me out of a hole really, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get a fight. But yeah, really pleased with how I performed.
Maybe the reputation of Showtime's preceding you, that's why he's pulled out. To be fair though, you could make that same benchmark. Your brother's boxed Fidoe as well.
Yeah. Brett boxed my brother in York Hall in his 3rd fight, my brother's first 6-rounder, and gave him his first points win. But even Brett came out after and said I'm sharp and fast than my brother, so I'll take that.
Is there a bit of competitiveness there?
Well, we're like best mates, you know what I mean? We sparred together, we trained together. Till recently we've lived together, so it is what it is. But yeah,
how did you adapt to that late switch of opponent? Did it help that you knew a lot about Brett?
Do you know what, to be fair, yeah, I sparred Brett I think 2 weeks before my debut, so that was only about a month ago. And I knew that he was very tough. He's a bit heavier than me, but he's very game and he's strong, and in those 8-ounce gloves I won't let him get nowhere near me. But like I said, he stepped in at last minute, so I knew that he wouldn't be, firing at all cylinders. I know he's got 3 fights lined up for the next 3 weekends, so I sort of knew what I was getting in there with. I knew that he would prefer to see the 4 rounds out rather than chase like a big win, so I just let the rounds play out.
How have you found making the transition to the professional game? That's 2 fights in just under 3 weeks, I think it is.
Yeah, you know what? As an amateur, I was boxing against top opposition. Like in the ABAs, I was boxing against the best in the country. Abroad, you was boxing the best in the world, really. And you're boxing day. So what? 2 4 rounds in 3 weeks. There's no real change. So but yeah, really enjoying it. I've heard a lot oh, my style might not work, maybe a bit too early. But even Brett, Fidoe and John Pegg said after, it was very impressed with me, mature performance, because even though I might not have the man strength, I might not be able to outstrength people. But when it comes to moving skill, my engine's there. I didn't really get out first gear fitness-wise from my first 2 fights, 4-rounders. So I've been training for the 6, 8s, 10s already. Yeah, I think the transition's gone easy really.
And what was the plan moving into this fight? Obviously you just had one a few weeks ago. What were you looking to do in the ring today differently from that first fight?
You know what? I've always, my biggest aspect of my style is my defence. As long as I've got my defence tuned up, I know the shots will come. I'm not the biggest hitter, I'll be the first one to admit that. I don't wear people down with my hands, I don't put the pressure on them, but I can keep making them miss and keep tagging them. And when, really, I think you count the amount of shots I've been hitting both my pro fights on one hand, really, clean shots at all. So as long as my defence is tuned, I know my attack comes.
Cool. And what's the plans for the future? What have we got in the pipeline? I
don't know. I've done 2 MGM shows. Obviously, one out in Marbella, my debut. One here in MGM Glasgow, Scotland, Glasgow. They're looking at getting me a couple of weeks off, then back out in December, which would be buzzing just for Christmas. I haven't heard nothing. I haven't spoken about nothing. It would be nice to sort of maybe get my brother's undercard. If not, another one of these MGM shows. I'm buzzing because it's a small hall show. Obviously, everyone dreams of going on the O2s, your MEN arenas, but I boxed in front of a nice little full crowd in there. Over in Marbella was the same, so I can't complain. I've been putting in performances, getting a nice little reception from the crowd, so it's just like work really.
And do you feel you've acclimatised to the Scottish weather? You're used to Marbella, and then you have the shock hits you when you land in Glasgow.
Well, yeah, back now. I was only back in London a couple of weeks before, and I've recently announced, like just literally the day after my my professional debut, I'm moving back to my old trainer in Sheffield, Steel City. I'm training under Grant Smith. Brilliant coach. I was with him for 2 years whilst I studied at university, whilst I was on GB, and now that it's been passed, so a coach can be professional and amateur. He's taken me back under his wing, which I'm absolutely buzzing about, because we gelled like a father and son. Like, he would ring me 2-3 times a week for half an hour, 45 minutes every single week since I moved out to Marbella. Like, it's like a proper good relationship. He'd do anything for me. He's helped me out, dug me out of holes before, stuff when I had family issues, so like we've got such a good bond. Don't get me wrong, I was training with Danny Vaughan, my brother's trainer. Brilliant coach, like, gets his tactics right. Brilliant padman, brilliant trainer, but you know, it's just one of those things. He had a lot of really good fighters, but Jamie Conn, my brother Tom Stalker, so he's busy, and then obviously I'm just coming through. Like, we didn't 100% gel, but we still get on really well, and I know as soon as I go out there I can do work with him and that, so I'm getting the best of both worlds really.
Sounds perfect. Congratulations on a great performance, Sonny. We look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.